You wouldn't believe it if you didn't see it. You wouldn't believe it if you didn't see it. Live from San Francisco, California, this is Joel, the Scooter Maven.
You guys done? Is it over? Are we through? It's pretty boring around here. You guys want to keep on partying?
Hold me closer, Tony Danza.
Store for you. When I had you to myself.
Oh, the Scooter Maven. He travels the world in search of adventure and new scooters to ride. Each week we check in with the Scooter Maven. He's been from Tokyo to Moscow and back. World leaders want to meet him, celebrities want to be him, but all he cares about are scooters. Fame, money, fortune. These are not the things a Scooter Maven cares about. He loves scooters.
Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to give a little speech about the road ahead for 2010 and 2011. Stores are at a new point in the economy, and I think the consolidation that we were talking about earlier in the year has happened. It's come and gone. And a lot of shops are now finding themselves and saying, hey, we're the only store in town, we're the only game in town. What is the plan for the future? What are you looking at for 2011? Well, I have a feeling that stores that have survived the economy and are on the road to growth, because they're the only stores in their local town, have to make a few key decisions. And some of those are, what are we going to do? What is the scooter shop? Are we only selling less expensive Chinese scooters, or are we going to be a destination point? And now in the wintertime, a lot of stores can't survive basically just doing vintage and restorations anymore. You have to expand your offerings. And this is the time where you have to say, hey, let's grab the shop and become a destination. Let's offer choices. Let's offer colors. Let's offer accessories. And that's what I'm here to talk to you about. A lot of stores don't offer any form of protective clothing. Now, I'm not saying you should basically put a bunch of pictures of people in scooter accidents or skin grafts or anything like that. But if you have some jackets on display in your shop, you're going to do a lot better than the store that doesn't have any jackets. You won't believe how many stores I talk to every single day that say, people in our town don't pay for these things, or nobody has any money to buy jackets. Guess what? A girl riding on a scooter going 45 miles an hour falls and she's wearing a t-shirt, it's going to cost her $35,000 to fix that arm. A skin graft, she could break her arm. I mean, it is an incredibly expensive thing. So I wouldn't scare new riders away by telling them these things, but you have to point them out and say, hey, you just bought a scooter. Great, congratulations. Now you need a helmet, you need a jacket. And those are very important things that most scooter stores in America, unfortunately, do not do a very good job at selling. If you go to any store in Spain or Italy, in Milan, everybody that buys a scooter wears some type of gear. They buy a helmet, they buy a jacket, they come back next week, they might buy a pair of pants. That is a scooter shop. You don't just sell them the vehicle, you sell them everything that comes with it. The lifestyle, you sell them the accessories, and you sell them the safety. Because let's be honest, if you ride, you're going to fall. I've fallen tons of times. I've ridden ATCs since I was 6 years old. I started off with an ATC 70. Guess what? I broke my leg. And this will happen to anybody, whether it's the best rider out there or the least professional rider. I mean, somebody who's riding for the first time. Anybody can crash. So buy a helmet, buy a jacket, and let's decorate the shop. You can create very, very unique displays with the jackets. You can have displays at the entrance, displays throughout the shop. You can put a mannequin in the window with an armadillo jacket, and that's going to help you sell more overall. Women that would never ever think about buying a jacket will consider it if placed on a mannequin. There's tons of studies showing this. So you have to decorate your shop and think like the big boys. Take a look at some of the videos we posted about thinking like Pep Boys or AutoZone, the one-stop shop. That's what you want to become for your store. And the only way to do that is to offer these things. You have to offer jackets. Accessories. I talk about this all the time. Now's the time where you have to think outside the box. It's Christmas. It's 2010. There's not a lot of consumer financing out there. And the person that's not going to buy a less expensive $9.99 Chinese scooter, that person's coming into your shop because either they like scooters, or they know somebody likes scooters, or they're just going to take a look. Maybe they buy a book, maybe they buy a toy, maybe they buy some gloves. If you have it on the wall, it's going to sell. Accessorize the shop. Stay away from stocking extra bikes you don't need. I talk to stores all the time. They have 50 scooters in the store. They have 60 scooters in the store. Oh, we bought 2 containers over the summer. We haven't sold anything. We have 40 scooters on the showroom floor. You don't need 40 scooters. You need 20 scooters, and the rest should be jackets and accessories and toys and helmets and gloves and oil. everyday items. You wouldn't believe how many stores I talk to that don't do this. So if you're the only game in town and your competitors just closed and they left the market, it's time to consolidate that business, because it's obvious that there's a market out there. And they're going to a website. Don't get me wrong. They're going to one of your distributors that sells direct, or they're going to DK Cycles, or they're going to a Parts Unlimited dropshipping site, and they're going to get the accessories that they want, whether you have them or you don't. It's better if they get them there. I mean, the brick and mortar store is there for a reason. They want to go and touch the jacket. They want to feel the accessory. They want to see what it is you offer. Now, one of our best-selling items that we really push onto the dealers and we push onto the consumers are exhausts. They sell themselves. If you have canisters in different colors and you put them all, people are going to say, you know what, I want to upgrade to a blue, or maybe a red, or hey, how about carbon fiber? No, the carbon fiber is not enough. Silver. This is how you have to think. You never know what the consumer is going to want. You don't need to have the whole exhaust, but hey, get a couple different colors. Some recommendations for your store. I've made lots of videos here on YouTube that you can watch about how to make and decorate the store, from putting vintage bikes in the window to mannequins to displays to POP to LEDs. They're just recommendations. But when you look at the market and you look at the studies and you see what happens and the consolidation that's going on, the stores that built up a lifestyle, that they built up associations with the local community, that they have an interest in the riders, and they're not just a fly-by-night Chinese guy. Those guys are going to stick around, and the market might be a little bit smaller, but I have faith, and all the studies lead me to believe that if you build a destination and you build a shop where people can actually touch and feel and get an experience, not just buy a scooter, get the scooter experience, those are the stores that are going to survive and do extremely well in 2011. No matter what the size of the market is. So take our advice. If you need more advice, give us a call, shoot us an email. We want to help you stay in business. So that's enough from the Scooter Maven today. And if you have any more questions, or if you want some sunglasses, it's a buzz. Have a great day.